Now in 4 News Now at 6, the man behind the largest North Idaho child porn case could soon be released. Hear from Edmund Bergeman's daughter on why he needs to remain in prison.
The rain is tapering off, but the cooler weather is here to stay for a while. I'll tell you about a chilly and windy Thursday in the First Alert forecast.
Changes could be coming for thousands of patients in Spokane County. Why a dispute between a major insurer and healthcare provider could force you to find a new doctor. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
The largest child pornography case in Kootenai County history ended with Edmund Bergeman being convicted of drugging and sexually abusing 3 young girls. But Bergeman has a parole hearing next Friday, and his daughter is worried that he could be released.
She's now encouraging people to write emails and letters to demand they keep her father behind bars. Derek Strom is live at the Kootenai County Courthouse where this case was heard in 2007.
Kirsten, Derek, 20 years ago at this courthouse, prosecutors presented a 1,400-page binder of all the child pornography files Bergeman had. That included 15,000 pictures and videos. Tonight, Bergeman's daughter is worried he could harm more women in North Idaho if he's released. For the last 20 years, Edmund Bergeman has been in prison for one of the largest child pornography cases the Inland Northwest has seen. The Twin Lakes man pled guilty to drugging and sexually abusing 3 young girls, raping an unconscious woman, and possessing child pornography. He's being held at a prison in Arizona, but has a parole hearing next week. His daughter, Rebecca Brady, believes he would be a danger to any woman if he's released.
The community, I feel like, wouldn't be safe. No matter where he's at, I don't feel anybody, any female, child, adult, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like anybody would be safe if he was to be released.
With Bergeman's parole hearing coming up next Friday, Brady is trying to get people to send emails and letters to Parole Victim Services in Idaho. You can send an email using the address on your screen. Brady says those emails and letters are due by this Friday.
Maybe write a letter and explain to the parole why they don't feel safe if he was to be released into the community. Like, I know that he was in your guys' area.
Brady lives in Arizona, but says she would not feel safe by herself if Bergeman was released from prison. She's already written her own letter to the Idaho Department of Corrections and hopes they will understand her fears for community safety. If Bergeman is released, he will be transported back to Idaho. His parole hearing is scheduled for May 1st. Live in Coeur d'Alene, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
All right, take a look at this video of a military vehicle that flipped over on I-90 near the Sullivan Road exit in Spokane Valley earlier today. As of now, there's still no word on what caused the crash. Washington State Patrol says there were only minor injuries, but it didn't say how many people were involved. We contacted Fairchild Air Force Base, but it says the vehicle is not one of theirs. Well, the rain has finally stopped, at least in downtown Spokane.
But will our cooler temperatures be sticking around? Let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to find out.
We do have more cool weather and windy weather as well. Right now, the last of some showers are tapering off. I'm zoomed in on our Doppler radar here, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. As we head south onto the Idaho Palouse and into the mountains of the southern Panhandle, we still have a few isolated showers in progress and wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or two across the region overnight tonight. But for the most part, we're going to be staying dry until tomorrow late morning and early afternoon. Our temperatures right now, boy, we were in the 70s at this time yesterday. We are 48 in Spokane right now, 47 in Coeur d'Alene, just 44 in St. Mary's and 43 in Pullman. Where it is drier and sunnier, we have temperatures at 70 in Omak and 68 in Grand Coulee. Quite a distance from the Grangeville temperature of 39 degrees. But we will see things a little more common across the region tomorrow that will be in the 50s. As the rain is tapering off, the winds are picking up. 30-mile-per-hour gusts right now in Spokane. We are going to keep those gusty winds going overnight and seeing them picking up even a little bit more tomorrow. But for tonight, still the possibility of an isolated sprinkle, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Otherwise, skies will be clearing. Expect partly cloudy conditions. I'll be back with a close look at your Thursday forecast and your 7-day outlook in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
All right, see you then, Chris. This is Deputy Chief Greg Yeager from the Fort Collins Police Department in Colorado. Last night, he was selected to be the next Coeur d'Alene police chief. But before the vote, things got a little heated between the mayor and the city attorney. Mayor Dan Gookin accusing Randy Adams of turning the city council against him.
It's my opinion that the city attorney and others have poisoned this council and biased them against me and against the police chief.
The mayor claims he has the power to appoint a police chief and the city council has to approve it. But the city attorney disagrees, saying it violates state law.
But I am tired of this. I'm tired of having a city attorney who doesn't tell me what the law is, who tells me his opinion that's biased.
I provided you with a detailed analysis, and my conclusion was that Section 50-204 does not give the mayor the power to appoint the police chief.
Eventually, things did calm down, and the city council was able to take a vote.
A 15-year-old was hit by a car near Pullman High School this morning. Police say it happened near Northwest Greyhound Way and Northwest Emily Street. The teen was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver was cited for failing to yield and driving on a suspended license. Police want to remind everyone to slow down while driving in school zones. Parents who are signed up for childcare wait lists will soon find some relief.
The state of Washington has awarded millions of dollars to 7 early learning projects in Spokane County, and that does include 3 daycares. Angela Hara visited 2 of them and shares when you can expect more spaces to open up.
More childcare spots will be available soon for working parents in Spokane County.
It's really, really unbelievable that, it's actually in progress and it's happening. And so anytime we get any kind of support or any funding, it's just absolutely a miracle to us.
So they're literally doubling it, which is huge for our families in this area.
The state awarded $5.6 million in grant money to 7 early learning projects in Spokane County. These 3 local child care centers are recipients, and 2 of them tell me they plan to purchase new buildings to create more openings. The Salish School will be awarded a little over $1 million. Their new campus will be built near Elliott Court. With this grant, the Salish School tells me they will be able to increase their early learning child care slots from 19 to 32. The Allen family's 20-month-old daughter attends the school.
She loves to drum, she loves to sing, and then when we're at home, because she's learned the songs here, she also wants to sing the songs at home. But that works out great because we know the songs too, so we're able to sing the songs with her.
Guardian Angels Childcare was awarded the largest grant at $1.6 million. They are in the works of purchasing a new building in the west part of the valley with the grant money and expect to have an additional 107 slots.
I know what it's like to drop a kid off and be away from them, and you want them to be in an environment that they can thrive.
The grant should help Sun City Child Care open 52 new spots. All of the new openings will be available for low-income families who qualify under the Working Class Connection program. Both daycares expect their new facilities to be completed and ready to welcome more children by the end of next year. In Spokane, Angela Hara, 4 News Now.
Well, the Department of Homeland Security says it's running out of money to pay employees because of the ongoing partial government shutdown.
Coming up, hear how Republicans plan on reopening the department without Democratic support. And companies are lining up for billions in tariff refunds, but don't expect it to show up in your wallet. Why that money may not reach shoppers.
And a new automated system is answering crime check calls, how it's speeding things up, and why trying to skip it could slow you down.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Colville Toyota.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max.
When you're ready for more space to play, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
If you're in the market for new furniture and appreciate style, service, and sale pricing,
then you should come to Kerner Furniture during our Customer Appreciation Sale.
We have a large selection with customizations available.
And a friendly staff to show you all of the options.
And Customer Appreciation Sale markdowns store-wide.
Kerner Furniture is your home for Lazy Boy, with always guaranteed lowest prices.
For the best experience and price, shop locally owned Kerner Furniture during our Customer Appreciation Sale.
Finally, spring is here at Northern Quest, and something big is blooming. It's the $70,000 Bloomin' Bounty giveaway. You could win $30 grand in cash and our 25th anniversary silver ticket that guarantees you a spot in any one of our upcoming grand prize drawings this year. So play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter and earn 4 times entries every Tuesday to make your spring a lot greener. It's the $70,000 Bloomin' Bounty giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
See the USA in your Chevrolet.
The best way to see the USA starts in a Chevy SUV with room for the whole family, added peace of mind for every mile, and range to take you farther.
Get out there and see the USA, because right now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Equinox models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Well, it's been 2 months since Spokane Regional Emergency Communications implemented its new AI answering machine, and they say it's working.
This AI robot is meant to streamline the process for those calling Crime Check. Madeline Mullins shows us how.
The dispatchers at Shrek are trained to receive calls from people all over the county in all different situations. But some calls have a higher priority than others.
When an emergency call comes in, that's the priority call. And so any subsequent calls that would come in on our non-emergency lines through Crime Check, they would sit in a queue until those emergency calls are handled.
In the past, a call to the non-emergency line could mean waiting around for help. The new AI system is changing that.
To get you to the right place, please tell me how I can help you.
So the AI system is set up to triage these calls for us, and so it can help streamline the process for the citizen. The system it's intuitive, so it knows where to go and what to do and how to handle those calls.
Shrek says that many of these phone calls should actually be going to a different agency like Scraps or the front desk of the Spokane Valley Police Department. They say this automated system could help direct some of those calls.
When we look at the workload for our staff, those are a lot of calls that we can't actually help that citizen, but they still need the resource. And so using this software allows us to still get them the resource they need without burdening the staff on a call that wasn't theirs to begin with.
In the past 2 months, Shrek has received more than 55,000 calls, and over 30% of them could be resolved without talking to a communications officer. But it says not everyone is ready to talk to a robot rather than a real person.
So if they try to bypass it for a person, they could be put into a queue to hold to wait for a person to answer that call as they're triaging the emergency calls. And so if you're bypassing that system, you're kind of delaying your own process.
Shrek says the system, if used correctly, is meant to help everyone and save people time, especially those operators who can now spend more time focusing on emergency calls. In Spokane County, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Young and brilliant middle schoolers took center stage today for the Regional STEM Superstar Competition. This is the 3rd year for the competition and the biggest one yet. 300 students from all across Eastern Washington competed. There were a total of 7 categories. Kids could show off their skills ranging from CO2 cars to robotics.
It's really fun. I'm kind of nervous, but then again, very excited.
We get to test out our robot finally, and we get to compete against all these people. And it's very exciting because we also get to skip some of school, so.
Get to skip a little bit. Hey, Jackson and Jacob are both students at Cheney Middle School. They've spent months preparing their robots for the competition. Students spend the day competing side by side, problem solving and putting their tech skills to the test. Organizers say it's an opportunity to grow with other students who love STEM and showcase the work that they're proud of.
I love it. Thursday, we've got a mix of sun and clouds. Still the possibility of some showers briefly in the afternoon, but nothing like today. Plenty of opportunities to walk the dog, but you're still going to need a jacket. 56 for a high, but wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, making it feel even more brisk. And it's going to get cooler in the 7-day forecast before we warm up. I'll have that up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Easy Home Buyer.
Big savings are happening now at Runge Furniture, proudly serving Coeur d'Alene since 1946. We're your trusted destination for style, comfort, and quality. Right now, find incredible deals on sofas and sectionals, cozy reclining furniture, quality bedroom sets, and modern dining room pieces. All on sale. See for yourself why we've been voted Coeur d'Alene's best furniture store for years. Shop local, shop price, shop selection. Shop Runge Furniture in Coeur d'Alene today.
Ready for action? It's No Holds Barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 14th. The Marshall Tucker Band takes the highway to a special night full of classics. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, June 4th. Bringing undeniable soul, upbeat energy, and unbreakable heart to country. Drake White. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 2nd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com to buy your tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $329 per month.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Your chance to win energy-saving products from Residential Home Solutions is back with our 2026 A New View contest. $15,000 in our quality-made windows and entry doors could be yours. When it comes to an installation you can count on, trust our local experts to deliver reliable service every time. For details and your chance to win, enter now at residentialhs.com or call 892-6460. Discover a new view along with the difference our windows will make in your home. Residential Home Solutions. Windows custom fit for life.
It's scary. It's scary.
Tomorrow, Snooki.
Why have you decided to share your journey?
Her first interview after being diagnosed with cervical cancer.
I feel like I need to share it.
And talking all things Jersey Shore.
Buckle up.
Tomorrow on
Good Morning America.
All right, we got some cuteness coming your way. The Smithsonian's National Zoo marking Earth Day by letting the world see the baby elephant. Visitors checking out Lin Mai. And for those of us who can't make it to our nation's capital, the zoo also put up a live webcam.
Yes.
Really burying the lead here because the elephants are out and about and moving. Lin Mai is there. If you're kind of watching on the left-hand side.
Mom, right?
Yeah, hopefully we can stay here for a little bit so we can see her move around. But the zoo says...
I don't have to do weather. We can just watch the elephant cam.
Yeah. I mean, it is Wildlife Wednesday after all.
It's true.
Pretty great though, and I love how like elephants they care so much for each other, right? Like they're like.
Oh, there's another angle.
Yeah.
There's the baby. Okay, we're moving all the graphics.
That the zoo said her mother rejected her.
Isn't that sad? But another elephant stepped in to help, as you can see there. So I guess that's not her mom. And the keepers call the older animal Auntie Swarna.
It's like that Japanese monkey that was initially,
adopted.
right? Yeah, that was the internet sensation for a while there. All right, very cool.
Oh, that gave me all the good feelings going into this weather forecast. Well, as you mentioned, it is Earth Day, and how appropriate that our Earth has been supplied with the thing it needs the most, some rain. We've had a good soaking rain across the region today. Record rainfall in some locations. I'll talk more about that in the next half hour. But 4 things to know about your forecast. Spotty showers still tomorrow, mainly over North Idaho. Gusty winds tomorrow up to 40 miles per hour. We've got some frosty mornings on the way. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. If you are itching to get going on the garden, this is one of the reasons we hold off until Mother's Day. That is the rule of thumb. We still could see some very cold nights here in April. Dry and cool through the weekend. Temperatures running below average right on through Sunday. Here's a broad view on our satellite and radar as the last of some showers start to make their way out of Benoit and Latah counties. Still the potential for a sprinkle or two behind this main band of precipitation that is retreating, heading to the south and east. Our forecast radar starting off late tonight showing dry conditions other than a sprinkle or two overnight. By 7:30 tomorrow morning, a system dropping down into Montana is just going to brush us. Here's 7:30. As we get into the afternoon, we start to see some of those spotty showers streaking across the region. By 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll still have a few hit and miss showers through the Columbia Basin and the Palouse, but we are trending drier. 30% chance of showers from 11 a.m. till about 4 a.m. or p.m., 4 p.m., and then we dry out heading into what should be a dry weekend. It is going to be windy at times on Thursday. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour in the afternoon, and will be staying breezy overnight tonight with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Meanwhile, high temperatures tomorrow will be in the 50s. 59 in Meade. The closest we're going to get to 60s right around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. 51 in Spirit Lake, 52 in Athol, 56 in Medical Lake. Around the region, we find some 60s with the Columbia Basin, 65 in Moses Lake, 64 up in Grand Coulee, 60 in Ritzville. Below average temperatures continuing through Sunday. Then we'll be back up in the 60s, maybe even close to 70 degrees by Wednesday. And after those spotty showers tomorrow, right now it looks like we are going to be staying dry through the 7-day forecast. There's those overnight lows I told you about. Anytime you're 36 or below, some of those more tender annuals that I know are already in the stores get very unhappy. So bring those on in to the garage is my advice to you. I have Wildlife Wednesday photos coming up. Kirsten.
Sounds great, Chris. Thank you. The Secretary for Homeland Security says the agency will run out of money to pay airport TSA agents and other airport workers in the coming weeks.
DHS has been shut down since mid-February. Last month, the president ordered DHS to use funds from the president's One Big Beautiful Bill to pay workers. According to the Office of Management and Budget data, of the original $10 billion in that fund, there's less than $1.4 billion left, and funding will run out in early May. Right now, Congress is struggling to come up with a deal to reopen the department. Democrats say they won't support a deal without immigration reinforcement reform.
The Democrats have effectively written themselves out of the appropriations process by drawing a line in the sand and saying that we are so committed to our open borders and defund the police policies that we are not going to fund the two agencies that are tasked with keeping this country safe, protecting our border, and ensuring.
But Democrats are pushing back against claims that they don't want to fund federal law enforcement agencies.
I've not heard one Democrat say defund ICE. Yeah. What I have heard every single Democrat repeatedly say, when you fund ICE agents, then make sure they have training, make sure they have warrants, make sure they act like law enforcers, and have the ability to have the trust of the American people. That's what we're asking for.
With no deal in sight, Senate Republicans are still hoping to push funding through using a process called reconciliation. That would allow them to pass it with a simple majority, eliminating the need for support from a handful of Democrats.
Still ahead, it looks like just another quiet front yard in a South LA neighborhood, but what's growing here might surprise you. We'll show you how it's helping spark a growing movement.
And new details tonight on how last-minute talks between the U.S. and Iran fell apart, what it could mean for the conflict, and rising gas prices next on 4 News Now.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Brothers
Custom seating, endless possibilities, made to fit your space and your style. Go wild, show your personality. 30% off all Lee custom seating at the Tin Roof.
You hear it every summer. That old AC struggling to keep up. Maybe it's loud, maybe it barely cools, but it's still hanging on. This April, Bill's Heating and AC wants to reward one homeowner for holding on the longest. We're giving away a brand new high-efficiency system to the home with the oldest running AC. No purchase necessary. Just schedule a free estimate so we can confirm your system. Entries end April 30th. Winner announced May 1st, before the heat hits. Bill's Heating and AC. Your comfort upgrade could be free.
Here at Colville Toyota, we understand that your time is valuable, and that's why we make it quick and convenient to get your vehicle serviced with our Express Maintenance Center.
With appointments Monday through Friday and now Saturday, we'll get your car's routine services done quickly so you can hit the road with confidence.
Don't drive a Toyota? No problem. We service most makes and models at competitive prices. Call or go to colvilletoyota.com to schedule your service appointment.
Colville Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
Your life doesn't stop for college, and at Carrington College, it doesn't have to. Carrington College offers online certificate of completion, Associates of Science, and Bachelor of Science degree programs designed to fit your schedule. With anytime access and weekly milestones, you can learn on your time, and some programs even include hands-on externships. From getting started to leveling up, we'll help you reach your next goal your way. Classes enrolling now. Visit carrington.edu.
Landowners in the Inland Northwest know when it comes to power, performance, and reliability, nothing beats a Coyote tractor from Jordan Sales and Service. Family owned and trusted for over 25 years, Jordan Sales and Service helps you tackle any property with Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, UTVs, and skid steers built for real work. Our full-service parts and service department keeps your Coyote tractor running strong every season. Visit Jordan Sales and Service, your home for Coyote tractors and unbelievable hometown service.
Custom seating, endless possibilities, made to fit your space and your style. Go wild, show your personality. 30% off all Lee custom seating at the Tin Roof.
Around the world tonight, new questions about the status of negotiations between the U.S. and Iran. Vice President J.D. Vance was scheduled to be in Pakistan for talks today, but that trip was put on hold and the 2-week ceasefire was extended instead.
But tension is growing around the Strait of Hormuz, with Iran insisting the U.S. needs to back down its military efforts there before any talks can restart. ABC's Christiane Cordero has more.
Today, new details about how potential negotiations between the U.S. and Iran fell apart in the final hours before the ceasefire was extended. Multiple sources tell ABC News the U.S. sent Iran a list of broad points they hoped Iran would agree to ahead of in-person negotiations. And as time ran out yesterday, the administration didn't get a response.
The president is not setting a deadline with this ceasefire right now, but this war has already gone on longer than he said it would initially. How long should Americans be prepared for this war to go on?
Look, I think President Trump ultimately will dictate the timeline, and he will do so when he feels is in the best interest of the United States and the American people.
The price of a gallon of regular gas is now averaging $4.02 in the U.S. A fifth of the world's global oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz, and analysts say gas prices will not come down until traffic resumes as normal. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent today dismissed concerns about the long-term effects.
I think the conflict will end. I think gasoline prices will come back to where they were, or perhaps lower, as they did.
But the tension is only escalating at sea as both the U.S. and Iran assert control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran firing on 3 ships today, saying it seized 2 of them. The U.S. naval blockade is targeting Iran's economy, preventing ships from entering and leaving Iranian ports.
We are completely strangling their economy through this blockade.
Iran's president on social media today blasted what he called hypocritical empty talk and contradiction, insisting the regime welcomes good faith dialogue. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
All right, still ahead, it is Judgment Day for the Moscow couple at the center of an international manhunt back in 2024.
Find out how long they'll be behind bars for kidnapping a toddler.
And billions in tariff refunds are on the table, but don't expect to see any of that money in your pocket. Why shoppers are unlikely to see a break at the register.
And thousands in Spokane could soon be forced to find new doctors. Why a dispute between a major insurer and healthcare provider could shake up your coverage. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is Arby's new French Dip Royale. One bite of the melty provolone, caramelized onions, and steak seasoning will have you saying, "Hello, Your Royal Highness."
Arby's, we have the meat.
Life isn't measured in miles, but in the moments that move us forward.
From the excitement of just married to the moment you realize your future needs a little more space.
From the school drop-offs to the family road trips, the moments may change, but the right vehicle is ready for whatever comes next. It's why generations of families have trusted Parker Toyota.
Wherever life leads, we'll be right here.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
At Jacobs Custom Living, we don't think you need to climb Everest to be a great outdoorsman. Right outside your back door can feel like a faraway place where you leave the day behind. Here you can get in touch with your outer side. Family and friends are accomplices in your escape to freedom. If you build it, they will come. They being positive vibes and good times. So let's build it. We've got the blueprint. Jacobs Custom Living. This is outdoorsing.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $329 per month.
See your local GMC dealer.
This is Arby's Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now available in the $7.99 meat and 3 box. Our chef describes it as prime cut, 100% all white meat chicken. But we just say it's really good.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, thousands of people in Spokane County could be searching for a new doctor this summer.
Multicare Health served a contract termination notice to Premera Blue Cross that would go into effect on June 1st if the two sides don't make a deal. Daniel Purcell explains how this will affect people right here in Spokane.
Premera and Multicare have been negotiating since November on a new contract. Premera's Eastern Washington vice president says the two sides are not close.
We still have a ways to go. We are, communicating directly to our members, but the work is cut out for us over the next several weeks.
If the two sides can't reach a deal, Multicare would cancel all of its contracts with Premera at all of its Multicare clinics. That means patients that have Premera would have to find new doctors and hospitals to go to. Premera says it has around 64,000 members in Spokane County alone, and 40,000 of those have used a Multicare clinic in the past year. Condon says under what Multicare is proposing, some procedures would cost up to 90% more.
Well, for a knee replacement, if we were to implement what is the request is, it could be a $17,000 increase. If you were going to have a baby, a $7,000 increase. And so those costs roll right into premium, right into copays. And so that's what is at the center of this.
Multicare provided a statement on the ongoing negotiations that says, in part, Premera is one of our largest commercial insurers, but its reimbursement rates for hospital and clinician services are among the lowest. Those rates have not kept pace with rising costs driven by inflation, workforce needs, and investments necessary to preserve services and ensure long-term stability for the communities we serve. The two sides have until May 31st to come to an agreement. Reporting in Spokane, Daniel Purcell, 4 News Now.
Fortunately, the rain has calmed down for the soccer games that were happening, right?
Yeah, for all those outdoor activities. Chris Crocker is here now with a look at what we can expect in tonight and the days ahead.
Well, seasoned soccer moms and dads probably know, though, you need the heated vests and the warm coats for an evening like this in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Temperatures are in the 40s. It's only 43 in Pullman and St. Mary's, 37 in Grangeville, quite a bit warmer as we head into Omak, Grand Coulee, and Moses Lake. Even so, take a look at how much cooler it is right now as compared to 24 hours ago. 20 degrees cooler in Spokane, but it's 23 degrees cooler in St. Mary's and Sandpoint, 21 degrees cooler in Coeur d'Alene, 27 degrees cooler at Lookout Pass. And even with those temperatures in the upper 60s and 70s, it is quite a bit cooler through the Columbia Basin and the Waterville Plateau than 24 hours ago. Last of the showers are tapering off over North Idaho. Still the possibility of an isolated sprinkle or two overnight, but nothing like the impressive rains that we had today. And this is just a preliminary list, including record rainfall in Wenatchee and Ephrata. I'll be back with Wildlife Wednesday and your 7-day forecast.
All right, Chris, thank you. The Moscow couple at the center of an international manhunt and one of their fathers have been sentenced. Aaron Ong failed to return his daughter to her mother after lying about a fishing trip in 2024. He then left the country with his fiancée, Nadia Colt, pictured here. The three were eventually found in Mexico and brought back to the United States. During the investigation, Ong's father, James Ong, was also arrested for helping Aaron avoid law enforcement. Aaron Ong was sentenced to 3 years in prison today. His father was given 2.5 years. Cole was given 6 months in jail and 1 year of probation as part of a plea agreement.
The wolf population is growing in Washington. That is according to the state's Gray Wolf Conservation Management Report. The agency says they counted 270 wolves with 49 packs across the state, and that is up from 43 packs in 2024. While the protection of endangered wolves has been a priority, Eastern Washington ranchers have voiced concerns about packs killing their livestock.
I think the challenge for us is addressing that conflict quickly and making sure that those ranchers are whole and no one's going out of business due to the presence of wolves in the landscape. So that's something that I don't think we'll ever solve, but it's something that we're always going to be working towards improving as wolves recolonize the state.
American businesses have started to apply for an estimated $166 billion in tariff refunds and interest. This after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down President Donald Trump's sweeping emergency tariffs in February.
For consumers wondering if they'll see any refunds, the answer is likely no. Karen Kafa explains.
A government portal, which opened on Monday, has seen a few glitches so far just because of the sheer volume of applications. But very few businesses so far have talked about any kinds of plans to reimburse consumers. Mostly, one expert says, because they still face some uncertainty.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick on Capitol Hill Wednesday facing questions about Trump administration tariff policies.
Right now, tariffs have driven up costs so significantly that it's put many businesses at risk and in peril.
The answer is make your products at home and you have no tariff.
This week, 2 months after the Supreme Court struck down President Donald Trump's sweeping emergency tariffs, American importers started applying for an estimated $166 billion in refunds plus interest. So consumers want to know if they'll see any money back. The answer, not really. One reason, after the Supreme Court ruled the emergency tariffs unconstitutional, the president announced new tariffs, which means new costs for importers to cover.
The first thing to realize is that we're in an environment of still massive uncertainty about what the future is in terms of where tariffs will fall and, what level they're going to be at. And that uncertainty is not good for business.
And Ryan Monarch, associate professor of economics at Syracuse University, says some companies absorb the added costs from the emergency tariffs and cut in different areas.
Some of them didn't raise prices at all and found other ways to cut costs. Maybe they're laying off employees, or maybe they're delaying a certain investment.
While businesses absorbing tariff costs may have kept inflation in check, economists believe it suppressed the job market.
But since the Supreme Court ruling on those emergency tariffs, consumers and companies have faced new price pressures from skyrocketing fuel costs tied to the war with Iran. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
A Wednesday matinee for the Mariners as they tried to bounce back from another tough loss last night and avoid getting swept at home by the Athletics. Mariners trailing 3-1 in the third when the Big Dumper steps to the plate and does Big Dumper things. Cal Raleigh turns on one to right for his third home run in as many games. The solo shot is his 5th of the year. We would go to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 4 when Josh Naylor slices one to left field, scoring Raleigh for the game-winning run. It's Naylor's 3rd career walk-off hit, and oh boy, did the Mariners need it. They avoid the sweep at home with a 5-4 win. Raleigh and Naylor each with 3 hits in the game. The M's will open a 3-game series in St. Louis on Friday.
We are now less than 24 hours away from the start of this year's NFL draft. The biggest names of college football will be in Pittsburgh, hoping to hear their name called and have their lifelong dreams of going pro come true. Because of the draft, there are some schedule changes you'll need to know about here at 4 News Now. You can catch a special edition of your local news tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. Then coverage of the draft kicks off at 5 o'clock, and then you can join us again for another special edition after the draft for highlights of what the Seahawks decide to do with their first-round pick. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
When you're ready for more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one, your sister, your buddy, the ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Get supplier discount for everyone pricing for over $8,000 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Vineyard Park is a one-stop shop for all of your needs in the third act. We have independent living, assisted living, and then we also have a small memory care community on the campus. Our philosophy is we are here to support you. We are not here to impede or infringe on anybody's independence or abilities. The biggest and best thing that we offer is to not have to worry.
Big savings are happening now at Runge Furniture, proudly serving Coeur d'Alene since 1946. We're your trusted destination for style, comfort, and quality. Right now, find incredible deals on sofas and sectionals, cozy reclining furniture, quality bedroom sets, and modern dining room pieces. All on sale. See for yourself why we've been voted Coeur d'Alene's best furniture store for years. Shop local, shop price, shop selection. Shop Runge Furniture in Coeur d'Alene today.
When Michael met Jackie.
How the hell did I get doing a book on Michael Jackson?
The Secret Tape, Two American Icons. Michael Jackson and Jackie Kennedy Onassis. Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Sharks, who's ready to start making money?
Shark Tank changes lives.
It only has 1 calorie per piece. What?
And makes dreams come true.
I'm going to make you an offer.
Woo! Shark Tank, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
In honor of Earth Day, we are taking a look at one parent's innovative way to help his family and his community grow.
His vision is to teach his neighbors how to live off the land to battle the growing problem of what he calls food apartheid, or a lack of access to nutritious foods. ABC's Alex Stone explains how his ingenuity is inspiring others across the globe.
This lush garden, teeming with delicious farm-to-table vegetables, may lie under the warmth of the California sun, but it's where you'd least expect it. The heart of South L.A., in the front yard of local resident Jemiah Hargens.
Here we're in the middle of our root vegetable area.
Who wanted to find a sustainable way to feed his family in a neighborhood with few grocery stores.
One thing we're doing is increasing the food supply, which is great. So now we have more options in our neighborhood.
Jemiah's micro farm is now just one of his many small-scale produce gardens flourishing in the city's unused spaces. He and his team manage 20 of these mini farms, providing fresh produce to those who need it most.
We sell the food within 2 miles on a delivery system to now 80 families, and we guarantee that food for people that are paying with EBT, or they're single parents, they're new to the country, they're elderly or caring for someone elderly, or veterans.
And his idea is catching on, not only in other states, but in other countries as well.
And it could exist in Cleveland, it could exist in Santa Clarita and San Diego and various other places. We've had instances as far away as Fiji.
Okay, bye.
Good to see you.
Some residents donate their front lawns, electricity, and water. And Jemiah's organization, Crop Swap LA, does the rest.
To have things that the community itself is making to create healthier lives, to be able to move, to be able to eat healthy things is, I think it's a power of a community. So it's just really cool to have that.
In drought-prone Southern California, using too much water is a hot topic, but Jemiah's micro farms use an advanced rainwater collection system.
About 1,000 gallons of water drop every minute during a heavy rain, which means if we have at least 2 heavy rains each year, we always have plenty of water. But our system's designed such that in case the water does go too low for the rain, our tap water will tap it in and still be available and recycle.
And with food insecurity impacting nearly 14% of Americans, according to the USDA, what's happening here in South LA has the potential to change the lives of many. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Just incredible. Hawaiian Airlines is rolling out a new mobile app and check-in process as it continues integrating with Alaska Airlines. Some passengers say they've experienced glitches with the airline's current app and have questions about the changes. Travelers are asked to check in online or on the new Alaska Hawaiian app, and they will not be allowed to check in at the kiosks in airport departure lobbies. The machines will only print out the bag tags. The new app allows guests to book, change, and cancel flights on their own. Passengers will need to download the app because the current Hawaiian app won't work.
Starbucks is making it easier to get that daily cup of joe. Beginning on May 11th, customers using the mobile app will be able to schedule their order up to an hour before pickup. The company says they have been using this service at a couple of test locations. They say the scheduled ordering option was popular at busy coffee shops. Starbucks says the 5-minute pickup times will reflect real-time availability at each store.
Well, this cinnamon-faced black bear probably should have stayed snoozing. Mark Boat said he was very, very sleepy walking out in the rain today. Gorgeous bear. It looks like it had a healthy snooze this winter. A lovely picture. Thank you, Mark. I'll be back with more Wildlife Wednesday photos and your 7-day forecast.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get this low mileage lease on this Sierra Elevation for around $329 per month.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
What if you could experience the life of Jesus exactly as it is written? Spokane Dream Center presents Behold Jesus, a word-for-word dramatization of the Gospel of John. Witness the miracles and the story of Christ, brought to you in a way you'll never forget. Encounter a message of hope and a reminder of God's love for you. This free event welcomes everyone. Join us at the First Interstate Center for the Arts on May 2nd at 2 p.m. Bring a friend and come behold Jesus.
When you're met with a challenge, Granite Concepts has the process for success. Start by visiting our showroom on Hatway Road in Lewiston. Explore beautiful solid stone countertops and find the perfect fit for your style. Our knowledgeable customer service team makes your home improvement projects simple and stress-free. We template your countertops, fabricate, and install them quickly. Then all you need to do is enjoy the results. Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
Life doesn't stand still, and neither do you. Some days start before sunrise. Others don't slow until long after. Wendell Ford gets it. Life moves, so do you. From first adventures to familiar routines. Wendell is proud to be part of these moments. That's why you can drive a new vehicle for under $400 a month. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, brain fog, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. Could be long COVID. One more time. No.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
All right, take a look at this video taken from the collar cam of a bear in Connecticut helping themselves to a bag of Doritos from someone's back porch. The State's Department of Energy and Environmental Protection has been outfitting bears with cameras to gain more insight into their intrusive behaviors, and clearly he has a hankering for Cool Ranch because it looks like he went straight for it too, right?
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
that's fantastic.
Or he read that label as another level of flavor, and he was like, well, I got to try this.
Collar cam.
He's so polite about it, just takes it up real gently. My word. Well, that dovetails perfectly into Wildlife Wednesday, and I have a related story to that also coming up. But first, let's start with James Richmond. I love this photo. First of all, look how green everything is at James's house. Just gorgeous, and he's got some backyard visitors enjoying all that green grass. James is going to have some mowing to do too, but maybe wait till they're done enjoying. Thank you, James. Dora Z. Davis shared this photo of a yellow-headed blackbird thoroughly making a mess out of the cattails there. I'm probably going to take some of that back for nesting material. And now here's the story of another program tracking our wildlife. This photo is from Courtney Litwin. She captured this amazing image of an osprey at Fernand Lake with some lunch. It does not look very appetizing, but look closely at those talons and you may notice that this osprey is banded. And she and another photographer who is a frequent contributor to Wildlife Wednesday were able to combine their photos to come up with all of the numbers on this band and reported it back. And heard back about this osprey. It was banded all the way back in 2019 on Fernand Lake, and it was too young to fly when it was banded. So this is an 8-year-old osprey coming back to the area. Isn't that cool? And they keep track of those osprey to see all kinds of things about migration patterns and problems with extinction and other things going on, also to track disease if there are diseased birds. So it's important information. 4 things to know about your weather. Spotty showers still possible Thursday, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We have some frosty mornings coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not quite into the growing season in Spokane, but if you're already have things underway, something to keep in mind. We are seeing the last of the steady precipitation move out. As I mentioned, we could still see a sprinkle or two overnight. Our forecast radar picking up on that. And then tomorrow, as we get into the afternoon, some spotty showers moving through the entire region. Only a 30% chance of measurable rain from around 11 a.m. to about 4 p.m. We're also going to be dealing with gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. And we're already seeing those gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour overnight. Your 7-day forecast, once those showers come to an end, we are into bright blue skies for Friday, but cool, a high of 53. We're going to stay with below average temperatures through the weekend, and then warming back up to average or even a little bit above in the 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
All right, I learned so much about the osprey there. Thanks, Chris. The Regional Initiatives in Dental Education, or RIDE program, is hoping to expand at the University of Washington. It is a specialty track that trains future dentists to serve underserved and rural areas. Since its start, the program has graduated over 150 students who went on to practice medicine in Eastern Washington. The dean of the School of Dentistry spoke about the importance of having a program like RIDE.
There are some counties in Eastern Washington that have one dentist for every 12,000 people or more. So there's a huge shortage of dentists and dental hygienists in Eastern Washington. This program is specifically designed to address that access to care shortage.
Right now, this class can train up to 16 dentists at a time, and the hope is to continue to grow the program until the area needs are met.
It's a book lover's paradise this week. The annual Friends of the Spokane Public Library book sale starts tomorrow at the Shadle Park Library. It's a great chance to stock up without breaking the bank. This year, the Friends of the Spokane Library are selling more than 10,000 books, DVDs, and CDs spanning a wide range of genres. Most items are $1 or less, and children's books are just 50 cents each.
This is our major fundraiser for the Friends of the Library, and the Friends of the Library support the programs of the Spokane Public Library. Things like Beanstalk, Summer Reading Program, Spokane is Reading, Lullaby.
Library staff dropped off hundreds of boxes of books this morning, packed and ready for the sale. It starts with a pre-sale tomorrow at 3:30 for Friends of the Spokane Public Library members. If you're not a member yet, you can still sign up at the door. The sale runs Friday and Saturday.
Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's time to spring into savings and spring into a new 26 Sierra 1500 Elevation. Lease today for just $199 a month. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Independent living is a choice. Mainly, it's the opportunity to stop having to work on your house. You don't have to shovel the snow. You don't have to worry about your appliances. You don't have to cook. I'm putting that behind me and just going to enjoy going forward.
We have independent living, assisted living, memory care. We also offer River Care, which is home health, home care, and home for hospice. So truly, if you're over the age of 55, Riverview has a solution in one way or another for what you're looking for.
We rent china, glassware, tents, barbecues, flatware, linen, stands for staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, stem doors, washers, stump grinders, saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z Rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z Rental, we rent everything.
So what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I love her. I think I'm gonna call her Lexi.
I know you loved her, but it's time to say goodbye.
You know what you want, a career that matters and a path that's real. At Carrington College, you can train to become a dental assistant through hands-on learning and a clinical externship. You'll build the skills dental practices need, from chairside assisting to patient care and office procedures. You won't just study dental assisting, you'll practice it. Graduate ready to step into the field in as few as 9 months. Classes are now enrolling in Spokane. Visit carrington.edu.
It's time to spring into savings and spring into a new 26 Sierra 2500 HD Denali up to $11,000 off or 4.9% APR, and ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange. We're family owned and operated at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by Numerica Credit Union.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, today is Earth Day, and going green could save you money. We'll show you the energy-efficient upgrades you can make that help the planet and your wallet tonight at 11.
Furnace may be clicking on tonight. 38 for low, and we're going to be in the 30s right on through the beginning of next week, with high temperatures running below average as well. Still have the possibility of some showers tomorrow, and it is going to be a breezy day.
Okay.
What a difference.
I know. It was 77 on Monday.
So more than 20 degrees difference.
I was just thinking we were opening up our slider and letting some of that hot air out, and now it's 38 tonight.
I know.
We'll get back there at some point. All right, thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you tonight at 10 on Fox 28 and 11 right here.